Alright, so what's up guys? So we're out here on another run, out here doing this craziness for all you guys to simply sit back, watch, admire, and enjoy, right? Guess what we're doing? We're out here running, but in general, it's exercise, right? Because we're pushing our body to its limits, right? We're testing it through, these long distances and so forth. And we hope that you're doing the same, right, through your exercises and so forth, right? Whether it is you're going to the gym or the park or at home, right? There's so many different ways that you can push yourself, push your body, and reach new destinations within your fitness journey. And specifically when you start it, right? Because that's the most important part. Because how far can you go if you don't go anywhere? Right? You don't simply start going. You don't get in the car and hit the gas. So don't worry, because we're going to tell you 4 things that happen when you start to exercise. Something great, something awesome, something we are all capable of doing, right? Different ways. So without further ado, first thing that happens is you're gonna start to lose belly fat, right? You're gonna start to lose weight, and that's awesome, right? Because for many of us, we have these goals to remove body fat, to cut weight, and so forth. And for us, one way to easily get around that is through the exercise, right? Through simply getting our body moving and going. But if we're not doing that, we're simply just hoping that those pounds fly off. We're almost fooling ourselves, because by easily exercising, working out, we're burning calories and carbs, right? Those storages of energy, because that's what they boil down to. When you exercise, you're burning that energy that needs to be used, right? Almost like a fuel storage, right? You burn the gas in your car by going, it's gonna weigh less because you're carrying less things, right? Less nutrients. That's good. So, for you may want to look better, right? Want to have more chiseled face, stomach, and the rest of your body. And that comes from that weight loss. So, in order to get around that, simply start to get active, get moving. And, from then, you're going to be able to shed that weight. So, next thing that happens, start to exercise. Obviously, she starts to build muscle. Right beyond just burning fat, you are gonna build something awesome called muscle. Right, it allows you to move your body and your bones. Right, get moving more. Right, it's almost like a domino effect. Right, you start working out, and you get the potential to work out harder and faster and longer. So the more you do this, the better you get at it. And simply keep improving and improving, improving, and giving yourself more power, more drive to succeed, right? Simply by being a strong person that can handle more and more, because your first day, you're probably gonna feel super out of it, super tired, and then you'll get sore. But what happens that day or a couple of days after you get sore is, you start to regenerate that muscle, right? That worn out part of your body, because you put it to work, right? It wasn't used to it. And by your body slowly getting acclimated to it, the only way for it to get used to it is by building that muscle, right? It needs to create something strong to handle that stress. And that's where the muscle comes from. And for many, it looks great, right? You start to get that aesthetic, awesome appearance that so many of us crave. And yes, that's good, but you know, simply it's coming from the strength, right? That muscle that you're getting when you're starting to work out. So, you know, without further ado, the third thing that happens when you start to work out is your confidence increases, right? Your belief in yourself, right? Because, you know, you see yourself getting better. You're doing something that literally so many people don't do, right? They dream of doing, right? They've never put it to action. And by you simply going through the work, you're gonna feel great about yourself because it's gonna separate you from the rest of the pack, the rest of the world, because you know you're awesome enough to do something as hard as exercise. And believe me, it's not the easiest thing in the world, because for many people it's easy to get discouraged. Right? Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Right? Especially if you're not trying to win a bodybuilding contest where you have these direct goals and objectives. You're just doing your fitness for you. But you know, those that are able to stay on track, stay on course, get into the gym, they're going to see that their confidence is going to go up, right? Members of the opposite sex in the dating game, it's going to be easier for you because you're going to feel better about yourself because you know that you put in the work, and not so many people can say the same. And you know, from that, the experience, you know, going through the downs and highs of the gym, because you're gonna have your off days, so forth, it's gonna get you better, stronger mentally, and you'll be rock solid. You'll be more confident and, you know, higher achieving. So that even coincides with our fourth tip, that, you know, in regards to working out, one other thing that starts to happen is you start to see success in other areas, right? You start to make more money, more, you know, different aspects of your life start to get better because you learn the skill. Because if you ask yourself, what does it take to become successful in the gym? And it takes, you know, a strong will, a strong mind. And you know, if you apply that to other areas within your life, you're gonna be better, right? Because that same mindset, that winner's mindset, you know, is gonna give you success, right? If you're in university or, you know, at work, right? Simply showing up, pushing yourself to the limit and coming back the next day stronger, right? It's not only stops with your body, but your mind, right? Your knowledge, right? Just like when you go to the library and study, right? You're going there to build that base of knowledge, your intelligence. You're trying to grow and get stronger and push yourself, right? Because it's not easy to take in all that information. Right? It's not made for everybody to simply, you know, go about. It's hard, it's not easy. It's very easy to get distracted and do anything but that. But if you're able to do that, my gosh, you're gonna be on your way. Right? And they even say that fit people make more money. And that's so true, because, you know, not only do they look great, right? There have been studies that show that better looking people make more money. But I'd argue that it goes beyond that, simply because of their mindset, right? What it took to get there. Because being good looking, looking your best, takes work, right? It takes, you know, extra hours in the gym. It takes a good maintenance routine. And if somebody's able to do that for their body and their face, right, take good care of themselves, because if you don't, you won't look like that. You're gonna be able to take care of other things. Right? You're gonna be a responsible human being. and a successful one that employers love to hire, right? A prized possession for them. So if you really consider that, right? Because working out, getting into the gym, starting your fitness journey is one of the biggest, most awesomest decisions you can make in your life. So really think about them and get in there, right? No one's stopping you but you. So, we hope you enjoyed these 4 reasons why you should get into the gym. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, say thank you very much and goodbye.